We're doing our statistics project on the advancement of golf by Fletcher Hewish and Drew Abrahamson. So our question is, we're wondering if the increased competition, technique, and equipment level of golf has changed the average score of a professional golfer, and we're wondering if it has gone down over the past 35 years. So our question is whether or not the scores of a professional golfer have gone down or not in this time. So our null hypothesis is that the mean of the 1980 golf scores minus the mean of the 2015 golf scores will equal 0. However, we hypothesize our alternate hypothesis is correct because of the competition, technique, and equipment level increase. This means our alternate hypothesis will be the mean of 1980 minus the mean of 2015 is greater than 0.
Okay, so to gather data for this, we just looked up the stats on the 1980 and 2015 Masters tournament, and we counted the amount of strokes in our data. And the Masters, the reason we did it is because the Masters is the biggest, most extravagant tournament of the year, and it happens every year at the same course, so we thought this would be a good way to control our data. As you can see here and here, those are the top 30 stroke scores from each tournament. And then we have the data also displayed here and here in box plots.
So the data, we were careful to pick 30 trials for trials for each sample, because this would make it so we could proceed without caution. In 1980, you can see there's an outlier. However, since we have 30 data points, it does not matter.
Okay, so we decided to use a 2-sample t-test to analyze the data since both of the tournaments are independent. And then you can see here we have all of the data we needed for the equations, so the X bar for 1980 and 2015 and so on. And again, as you can see, we have 30 so that we can proceed without caution even with an outlier.
So we reject the null hypothesis, include that the scores of the average professional golfer did in fact go down during the 35-year period. For our 2-sample t-test, we chose a 0.05 alpha because we didn't have a clear type 1 or type 2 error, so we just wanted to have a good middle ground. So we reject the null because our p-value of 0.003944 is in fact lower than our alpha of 0.05. And because of this, we can come up with our conclusion. And then our normal distribution and z-score were found through our workings. So yeah, we reject the null hypothesis.
Okay, so overall, we liked this experience because we both like to play golf, and it was fun to see how the game progressed over the 35-year period. It makes us think about how much the game will progress in the future, and one of the what we would do differently next time maybe would be to see what the difference between the 2000 and 1965 Masters would be like, to see if the progression was just as big as it was in the data set that we tested.
Thank you. Okay.